I received a question from a viewer about ice axes. Super Duty Explorer, thank you very much for the question, asked, oh, and by the way, please ask questions in the comments so I can answer your question in future video, not to help just you out, but other viewers and subscribers as well. Super Duty Explorer asked, if I'm snowshoeing with poles above the tree line, should I carry an ice axe somewhere accessible in case I slip, or is it more likely to cause injury? That is a great question, Super Duty Explorer. Thank you very much for the question. If you are traveling above the tree line or anywhere where it is likely to slip, you need to not just have your ice axe like on your backpack, and I'm just saying this for the people who might know or might not know, but if you are in a zone where you might slip, you need to have your ice axe either, depending on if you're right hand, left hand, or uphill, you always have your ice axe hand in the uphill side and always hold it in reverse. So the moment you slip, you can grab that axe, turn, and stop the moment you stop or start sliding. If you have your ice axe in a accessible location, but still strapped to your backpack and you start sliding, no way, not a bueno position. I have seen people on Wyoming's tallest mountain, I've seen people other places start sliding, and even though they had trekking poles, they are totally useless. Like, I love my trekking poles, but this trekking pole will do nothing for me but stop and then kill myself if I slide out of control. And so what I recommend is, check this out. Virtually any mid-sized backpack has an ice axe loop. Even my JanSport Agave backpack 32 or my very inexpensive but still useful 30-liter High Point, which actually has 2 ice axe loops, which is pretty slick. Plus I have the Camp, it was the Nanotech or the Corsair Nanotech with the hardened tip, so if I need to punch into ice, I can, harden ice. Camp does make their regular ice axe. It's good for slowing down or stopping in emergency situations, but if you ever have to pick into the ice, it's not going to be good. But the trick, a couple tricks to avoiding injury, is make sure you have protective caps on the point down here, the pick here, and the adze. That will help prevent you from being injured. But more importantly is, don't just stick this bad boy down here like this, because when you're walking, what happens is if you have your ice axe like this and you've got your backpack on, you slip and fall and you don't have these protectors on, you could actually put your ice axe through your calf or your leg, which could be a fatal injury depending on what happened. I mean, it's going to be a misery fest anyway, but it could be a major injury, if not worse. So what you do is you load your ice axe completely, check this out, completely load your ice axe down through your backpack and then flip it over so it'll never fall down. And then the Eddie Bauer one has these handy little bungee lines with draw cords. You just draw it there, and you always have the ice axe pointed in here, not out, so you don't slash your hand as you're walking along. And then you're always ready with your ice axe. Now, if you have a backpack that doesn't have these handy bungee lines with draw cords, what you can do is, like on my JanSport Agave, check this out. Again, you'd think this is just a simple day pack from REI, but in fact, I've climbed Mount Hood with this backpack, and I've climbed a bunch of mountains in the Tetons with it, and the Rockies. Is you simply do this, and then you purchase some Velcro double-sided straps. These are awesome. One side's hooks, the other side's loops, and then you just simply take this guy here, just wrap it up, and it will grip that ice axe no problem. And that way you can safely transport your ice axe. And this is what these gear loops are for. You see these backpacks with gear loops with people in the city. They're useless to them, maybe. But for outdoor explorers, this is super handy. With a longer ice axe, if I've got my big Raven Pro there, I always have just a little loop of double-sided Velcro. I mean, you can literally buy this stuff at Home Depot for like $5.99 for a roll of 50. I mean, they are incredible. Maybe they're higher now, but who knows. So all you do is just loop it through the ice axe loop, put some double-sided Velcro that just loops around, and then anytime you're in any sketchy situation at all, simply take this bad boy off, fold down your trekking poles, put them in your backpack, carry your ice axe, so if it's your right side, you're going uphill, uphill's on this side. If the uphill's on this side, you have it on your left. And if you fall and slip, get that bad boy over, turn and whoo! And the faster you stop yourself, the better it is, because there have been people on Mount Whitney every year who go to Mount Whitney who think, oh wow, from the 99 switchbacks, which are like 105, there's a long snow field, and there's signs that warn you that say, don't glissade, meaning slide down and use your ice axe to stop you, because there's always a hardened ice sheet. So you're sliding along, you're in soft snow, and all of a sudden you hit that ice sheet and boom, and people aren't ready for it. And even with an ice axe, once you get going too fast, the chance of you stopping, if you're too fast, yeah, not gonna look good. It's gonna say, hello, St. Peter, and feed the daisies. And people end up rocketing into the boulders at 30 plus miles an hour. Horrific way to go. So you just carry the super light ice axe. How light is this ice axe? I will show you. And this has the hardened point, so that's super good. All right, I'll weigh it here. I will hold it, and this is 278 grams, or 9.8 ounces. The regular camp is about 8 ounces. I prefer an extra ounce and a half. That way I have the hardened ice pick and the hardened point here, so I can really chisel along. I have taken this to Denali. It's worked great on Denali. Denali is one of the 7 summits in a serious mountain, but having this extra pound to save your life is totally worth it. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and leave questions so I can answer them. Thank you.